So how do you, like, what do we do, and what is that definition? How does it change,
right.
or how do we unpack it when it comes to other people?
Right. And that's, and that's one of the things that we discovered from 1 John. 1 John 4:8 says, just what you said a little bit ago, but anyone who does not love does not know God.
Right.
I mean, think about that statement. For God is love. We talked about that he is love. Everything he does comes from that characteristic, comes from that, because that's who he is. He can't operate away from that, right? And so 1 John 4:16 says, we know how much God...
But that's one second on that one. That's a pretty black and white statement.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I feel like that's one of those statements where you read that, I mean, like we almost did, right? And then you can kind of fly past it. But that means that really packs a lot of weight.
Oh.
If you don't have... Read it again.
But anyone who does not love does not know God.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's absolute. If you do not love, you don't know God.
Right.
There is no except in these circumstances
no.
or unless you've had this baptism or you go to that church
or you're brought up this way or you're
or you were hurt or you were right. No, there is no caveat there.
Right.
It's not if you don't know love, but it's because you were your mom hugged you too much or not enough, right? Like there is there's no caveat there.
Right.
It's if you don't know love, you don't know God.
And that's when we talked last time.
That's tough.
I know, and when we talked last time, remember, and and when Carrie's unconditional love towards me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was loving
Right.
in the manner that I was taught, that I saw, that wasn't love whatsoever. That's how I was loving Carrie until I experienced a true love, which was from God, was what caused me to actually change in my heart, was the reality of when she's sacrificing to love me when I didn't need to be loved at all, something radically shifts. Now I know what God's love is.
Right.
Now I can operate from that. So there's a lot of people out there right now that don't know God, that think they're loving people or loving their wives or loving their spouse. No, they're doing it from what they've been taught or learned, which sometimes isn't bad.
Right, yeah.
It isn't, but it's not from the foundation of the one who knows us the most, the one who knows us best, which is God.